Hi there, Haley. Glad to have you with us. What's going on?
Hi, Kim. I'm so excited to be on your show. I have a super crazy story for you about a camera. Someone hacked into my baby camera.
Oh, gosh, what happened?
So I have a 5-month-old son. When he was around 2 months old, my mother-in-law had bought a camera for me to watch him while he slept just to make sure everything was okay.
Mm-hmm.
I put him down in his crib one day to go and use the bathroom, and I turned on the audio because he was crying a little bit, and I just wanted to make sure he was okay. And I heard a woman's voice. She just goes, "Hello?" And I was a little bit freaked out by that. So I go downstairs and I ask my husband, I'm like, "Hey, is there anything in his room that makes noise like that? Does the camera make noise when you turn the audio on?" And he's like, "No, there's nothing in his room that does that." So I go upstairs, and as I'm going back into his room, he stopped crying, which was like really odd. And as I'm opening the door, I hear the woman go, "Hi, baby, it's okay."
Oh, my
and
gosh.
Yeah. So I immediately ripped the camera out of the wall and grabbed my baby. And then after that, my sister came home from work, and I told her what happened. And she said, "That's so crazy because 3 days ago I heard someone talking in the room, but I thought you guys set the TV up in there." And we hadn't set the TV up at all.
Wow. Wow. So was it some cheap Chinese knockoff?
I believe so. It was called Home. I'm not sure how much my mother-in-law paid for it, but she said she got it off of Amazon.
Yeah. It's did you guys ever set a password on it or do any of the type setup features?
Yeah, so my husband set it up. He always uses Apple-generated passwords and usernames just to be super secure, but it had an app, so I'm assuming that just the usernames and passwords got dumped somewhere, and that's how they got access to it.
Yeah, that would probably be it.
What's the goal, though? If someone's hacking in and they're talking to the baby, I mean, this is a baby. You're not going to get credit card information from a baby. What's the goal of someone doing something like this?
It's for the thrill.
Just because they can?
Because they can.
Okay.
And they can scare somebody.
Sure, and which worked.
Oh, right. I mean, gosh, Haley, I mean, what were you thinking? Like, what the heck's going on?
Oh, I was really scared. Well, obviously, because it's my 2-month-old son in his crib, I was really scared. And honestly, I threw that camera right up because that was just creepy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. See, some of these cameras, like the cheap knockoffs, they don't have two-factor authentication. They don't have any encryption. And so it's just like you're just opening a window and saying, "Here I am." And, there are sites online where they list cameras that you can access. And you could just go and see these cameras. And normally they're cameras like a lot of commercial cameras, like to buildings, nuclear power plants, things like that.
Those ones shouldn't be the knockoffs.
I know, but you can. But what it means is that somebody just did admin and password,
right,
or something like that. Well, if you really are looking for a good security camera and a monitoring for your little guy, there's a company called Infant Optics. They're about $200 a pop, but it doesn't have an internet connection. Okay, so there's no Wi-Fi hacking. There's nothing there. It has a limited range. That's the problem. And another good brand is Eufy. That's EUFY. So if you dare take a chance again, Haley. Right. Okay.
Right.
And if you're thinking like, wow, this would really be something, these offline monitors, are actually pretty good. A lot of people will say like, oh, get a Bluetooth one. Bluetooth ones still rely on an app sometimes, and they still rely on Wi-Fi. So you might be thinking that, this is all going to be great and fine and dandy, but
it's Bluetooth here, but over there it's connected to the internet.
It's not. Gosh, you need to lock down your monitors, baby monitors using. And so, like she said, it was probably maybe just a cache password, hacked password.
We got to lock down everything, though. Your baby monitors, everything in your house.
Yeah, I know. It's just.
In your house, it's incredible how much work it takes to lock down. How many points did you have? We talked about this a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, how many connections I have?
Yeah.
Smart devices? 918.
That's insane. I couldn't even name 900 things that possibly could be smart.
Okay, we have 36 miles of Cat 6 cable in the house.
36 miles?
Yes, I know. It's ridiculous. You know my husband. Why go small?
Sure, blame Barry for everything.
Well, not just that. Okay.